Hey guys, this is Hell Hades, free to play. Guys, we're in the hunt for GNUT or nuts. This fusion champion here, I've talked about it on my stream last night. I think he's like a top 3 ever fusion. I think he's a game changer for a new player, for a mid-game player, or for an end-game player. He can literally play all over the place. So yeah, super valuable champion. I want to kind of keep you updated on how the free-to-play is going, what I'm focused on, what I'm doing. So yesterday I dropped a video about how to make a lot of silver. Yeah, how to like maximize your silver gain. And today we're just going to kind of like follow that up with where I'm at in the different events. I've got to say, clan v clan drop-in is really helpful. If you're not realizing it, it really is. Like all of these extra rewards you get along the way in terms of chickens, energy, all of that stuff is going to be helping you. Making sure things like your XP boost is active is going to be helping you. So all of these things are definitely helpful along the routes. But let's have a go through the different events that have dropped so far, what I've done, where I'm at, and hopefully kind of guide you along if you're struggling a bit. Artifact event I've spoken about really in my video yesterday. It was just about, you know, pushing silver in the right place, making sure you're upgrading things which are actually relevant to your account, selling off your trash. And you can see here I picked up both the dude and the epic steel tome. So that's good. And obviously picking up more and more of the rares gives me more champions that I can actually train for the champion training events. Now, the thing to be aware of, champion training event is literally just about leveling champions and upgrading them in terms of star ratings. Whereas the champion training tournament, you'll actually get points for ascending and for booking champions as well. So I've already made a mistake, but I'm calling it out so that you don't make the same mistake. Also, remember, champion training event is long. You don't have to do this all on day one. So kind of like bide your time a little bit on this one. But champion training event, I am pushing along quite nicely, about halfway through to where I need to get. Some people will be tempted to go all the way for the book. It's quite expensive for the book, but how many times do you get a chance to get a legendary book? That all depends on how many resources you've got available. Don't feel compelled that you should do this, but do understand your shard count, because this shard here, it's only an ancient shard, which might not be a lot, but it might not be in the difference between you getting this dude or not. So do understand your shard count and how much you need to push for these extra rewards along the way. But yeah, in terms of champion training, so best thing to do at the moment is get your champions, obviously it sounds stupid, but get your champions leveled out. So you can see I've already got 2 of mine up to 40 here. Yeah, and I've picked up 1 more now who needs to start getting upgraded, or did I already do him? Maybe I've already done him. But I wouldn't ascend them yet. I did, but I wouldn't if I'd thought about it for 2 seconds. So hold your ascension and stuff for the champion training tournament, which comes down the line. Also, all I'm really doing, you can see I'm getting food ready. So I'm getting food leveled up, ready for the epics. I'm getting food ready, leveled up for the rares as well. And the main thing I'm doing here is making use of the tavern and making use of the campaign. So in the tavern, I'm taking like a, in fact, let's do this, a bit of a demo. Taking some fresh fodder. Yeah, some fresh dudes. Hoping to see a rare. Hoping to see one of the new rares, but it's not in there. I'm taking any level 1 with 1 brew, 3 other level 1s, upgrading to level 10. And then I'm upgrading them to a 2-star. Okay, that's definitely tavern action. You can then choose to either level the 2 stars up to 20s in campaign or do it in the tavern. Okay, that's up to you. So let's say I'm going to do it in the tavern right now, which I've done a fair amount of. I've got quite a lot of brews and stuff. Costs you silver, so you have to be careful on it. But I've done a fair amount of this, maxing out at 20 and then upgrading them. Now you've got another choice here. If you really want to min-max, you could literally take one of your other 2 stars, give him 1 brew, take him to level 10 before you feed him. Yeah, same with this one, level 10. And then when I go to upgrade the rank of my 20, I use the 2 level 10 dudes. This will give you a lot more champion training points, okay? It's wasting a 1 brew or a 2 brews worth of resource. It'll give you a ton more points. And ultimately, all you're trying to do is get over the line on the events, right? So, bam, make that a 3-star. We've got the same situation here. This is still fodder. Okay, so let's say we're going to take this one up to max. That's going to be my person that becomes a 4-star. But I'm not just going to feed these food champions in at level 1. Crazy idea. No. What you do is you take them up some levels. So for a 3-star, you give them 2 brews. Okay, gets them up to level 15. A kind of good rule of thumb in your head should be try and get them around half leveled. So a 3-star is 2 brews. I just said a 2-star is 1 brew, and I'll show you a 4-star in a second. Yeah, so now we're going for the upgrade, the fodder. We're using the dudes that we've just put some levels into, and we are making killer amounts of points right now. Yeah, way more than if you just used the stuff at level 1. Like over double the points easily. I think it's actually 4 times the points we're making right now. Okay, so this now becomes fodder again, and at a 4-star, I give them 4 brews. Again, it gets them close to like halfway through their maximum level. See this? Halfway through their maximum levels, just over on this one. And that has now got me, that one alone got me 200 points just for doing that. So this is what I'm doing on the free-to-play. Everything I've just done, I'm also doing the equivalent of that with my energy in campaign. Yeah, so don't think I'm just doing it all in the tavern. I'm doing it in campaign as well. Farming 12-3 Brutal with my Artac here. And we're just kind of like moseying through, using up as much of my energy in the campaign as I can. Reason for that is it double dips on dungeon divers as well. Okay, so campaign is not a bad place to be. Obviously, this just dropped, got me an item. I can sell this for more silver, helps me with the artifact event, and it gives me points towards dungeon divers, plus I'm leveling dudes. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of stuff going on at the same time. It means that I'm able to do the champion training events pretty successfully. Yeah, and it also means that I'm like moving along on my dungeon divers. This for me so far is the biggest challenge. Okay, the dungeon divers is tough. It used to be super easy. They've made it way harder over the last year or so. And again, you want to kind of decide, where are you bailing out? Do you want this shard? Do you want this book for future champion training? You need to understand where you're going to be. We've got 2 more days left of the dungeon divers, and I've already finished the spider. Yeah, so spider I did on my first day. I used my saved energy and my first lot of clan gold bought energy to do it day 1. I actually have gone quite far over because I'm also thinking spider was a good place for me to farm silver, and it's a good place for me to farm clan gold. Not clan gold. Dungeon divers. I'm like, what we're talking about? Yeah, good place to farm dungeon divers as well. So depends where you're at in terms of that champion training. You might find that once you've got champion training kind of nailed off, or you know you've still got a couple more days of champion training. Like I'm in a position now. In fact, I'm going to do this right now live on video. Another quest done. Beautiful. I'm going to buy up all of the energy from the clan gold for this week as well. Did it on Monday for last week's. We've got double weeks of energy. Beautiful for a free-to-play account. Okay, so we've now got tons more energy to use. So I'm going to get a bit of a kickstart on my dungeon divers today. The way I'm going to do this is by farming stage 20 of spider. If you can't farm above 16, go back and farm stage 10, because you get an abnormal amount of 5-star gear from 10. Okay, but I'm going to be farming 20, even though I can easily farm 25, because 20 is my best energy efficiency for dungeon divers and for silver. And what I'm doing here, I guess I should call this out as well, because Clan v Clan's on at the same time, for some dumb-ass reason, super raids do not help you with Clan v Clan. Raid, why would you do that? It makes no sense. Oh, I hate that it does that. So you have to farm individually each run. Now, the reason I'm going back to stage 20 is because I can 2-man farm stage 20. Okay, I've got 2-man farm. I might even be able to 1-man farm it, honestly, but I'm going to go with 2-man farm it. Someone who's doing turn me to control. This could be an Armager or someone like that. And somebody who is doing all of the damage, which for me is Artac. And then we're going to put 3 food champions in the mix. Yeah. Go in and away we go. So this is giving me now champion training, silver for artifact event, spider farming, dungeon divers. I'm like quadruple dipping for nuts. So you see here, I'm Terminator controlling with my, what's his face here? My Skimfoss, but whoever your Terminator controller is fine. And we are burning the hell out of these spiders whilst doing Artac things, which is very cool. The spider might get a turn. I think the spider does get a turn, but ultimately, oh, maybe not. Maybe not even. No, this team's too good. So we've got 3 champions that we're leveling up whilst we're doing everything else. It's just beautiful to see, honestly. 40-second farm. If the item's good, you keep it. If the item's bad, you sell it. Simple as that. And you're leveling dudes at the same time. We've just got so much going on in terms of efficiency, which is what we want. I will just give you a quick rundown on the gear of my Artac and that Skimfoss, just so you can see what I was doing for the 2-man. So a couple hundred speed on my Artac here with good accuracy. Does have crit rate. Does have good survivability stats. He's in some of my good gear, right? Because I use him a ton. He's a great champion. He is not fully booked, but I did manage to book out his A3 with the books that I had. My Skimfoss is fully booked. I guess I'll show you my masteries as well, actually. Masteries here. So he's actually got flawless execution. He's down my campaign farmer. So he's kind of got masteries around farming rather than, you know, dungeon stuff at the moment. Does have a level 1 brimstone. Not that that matters really for the spider farm. And the Skimfoss here has got like turn meter gain, basically turn meter gain mechanics so that he gets his turns more frequently. He's in bolster gear so that we got a bit more survivability for those spiders coming at us. He's got his nigh on 100% crit rate, nearly, and he's got enough accuracy to land his turn meter drop. So that's where my 2-man team has come from. But, you know, you can use whoever your turn meter control champion is as well. Woo! Free to play is in good shape on all of the current events. I'm keeping an eye on what's coming. Arena, super easy, just got to be active. Everything else is fine. So we're in good shape as it stands right now. I've not had to touch a single gem because I've been using the clan gold stuff. And obviously keeping up with other things along the way. Just doing stuff like grinding out the Doom Tower on the day, you know, pushing your teams, getting the extra bits of reward along the way. You know, that's going to be helpful. Obviously getting your clan boss hit every single day so that you're getting the extra chance of shards, extra gear. Oh man, the clan didn't kill Ultra Nightmare yesterday. That's sad. That's a sad day. But yeah, all of these extra things along the way help you towards this fusion. Because don't forget, this is a marathon. It's not a 2-day sprint. We've got 2 weeks of this bad boy. Doing your Hydra each week, if you can do it. Getting yourself the extra clan gold coming in, as well as some extra items. Lovely. Love to see it. Yeah, all of that clan gold. Beautiful. So we're in a good spot. I'm not spending any of my gems at this point. I don't need to yet. And, you know, I'm just, whilst I'm kind of active in the game, just doing the odd refresh, hitting the arena where I can just to try and top my rank up. I'm a bit behind on this sort of stuff, actually, so I've not played the free-to-play as much recently. Faction Wars, if you saw my video at the weekend where I was like saying this is how you prep, I was at like 405 or so stars at the beginning of this week. I'm now closing in on my next Void Shard. And I've not leveled anyone to 6-star or anything like that. I've literally gone in and just been like, who can I improve within my teams and make sure they've all got okay gear on? Yeah, so today I geared up this dude and my Coffin Smasher, really just boosting up their health, giving them some accuracy to land their stuff, giving them some speed, and it's got me a ton of stars. Yeah, I did the same thing yesterday and the same thing the day before. So just making sure that whoever I'm running has got at least like level 8 gear on, can like actually do some work. If they're a damage dealer, they've got some, you know, more damaging pieces on, like my Necro here. Nothing crazy though. Literally just stuff that I had lying around, or stuff that I needed to maybe level to 12. If you're leveling it to 12, you're doing your artifact event anyway. Everything is rosy. So there's a whole load of stuff that's going on to get myself in this good position. It's not just, oh, you're getting lucky. No, I'm working the system. I'm using my resources to the max to get this done. I've got a good shard count. I should be good for things like Summon Rush. So, that's in a good spot. But everything aside from that is just me min-maxing the events to try and get the best out of them. So that's it for the update. Good luck if you're in the mix here. This is a great champion. I'm going to be dropping a clan boss video on GNUT tomorrow. So make sure you check that out. I've also already done some videos on him in some dungeons. And I think I'm going to do a finite hard 10 video. Probably going to drop it towards the end of the week or maybe Saturday. Working on a team on my main account. Super cool. No Valk, no Cardiel, all that type of stuff. So this is an absolute banger of a champion. I've been Hell Hades. Free to play. I'll see you later.